everyone, it's Brittany here and welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're subscribed. If you're not, obviously do that. But today I have a very exciting video. Today I want to share my makeup brush collection. I'm going to do a separate what's in my makeup kit type video, but I feel like brushes are what make any makeup complete and make it look good or different. Or, I don't know, makeup brushes are just everything and they make all the difference in the world when applying makeup. And so I just wanted to share with you my collection, what I think everyone should have in their makeup brush collection, and so forth. So here is my brush palette. It's a pretty brush palette. Brush belt. This is my brush belt. So you open it and you see this huge thing of brushes. It folds in half. It's nice, whatever, yada yada yada. Over here are my larger brushes. And then, as you can see, I have the smaller ones over here. So these are all kind of just face brushes, and these are all for eyes and concealing and little stuff like that. So I always have these little clips on my brush belt to put in clients' hair, to put their hair back from doing their makeup. I have bigger scissors, and I have little scissors. And then I also have my palette, my mixing palette for foundations and stuff like that, just so things don't get cross-contaminated. And then my palette knife. So I'm going to set this down and go from left to right of my brushes. So first off, we have powder brushes. This is a Mud 720 powder brush, and this is a Morphe M180 powder brush. They are very different, obviously. This one's obviously a little bit bigger. It covers more. It's very fluffy and soft. This one's a little bit smaller, it's more condensed, more for harder to reach areas when you're powdering your face. But I've always said to anyone who tells me different, like, hey, why are you using that brush for that? Isn't that like a blending brush? And I'm like, you know what? Any brush, in my opinion, can be used for anything. If your makeup turns out flawless with whatever you use, then who cares? I use any brush for anything and everything, like you wouldn't even believe. It's kind of ridiculous. But that's the best thing about brushes. It's the whole creative process. You do what you want with them. Next I have this flat top Kabuki brush. This is a Morphe E6 brush. It is so soft and nice, perfect for foundation, for blending. I love Kabuki brushes because when I'm doing my own makeup and when I do have clients, mostly my own makeup, I will use my pump or whatever foundation I'm using just to squeeze on the top of it and then right on my face. So it's really easy to use. I love the Kabuki brush, one of my favorites. Next, this is a brush I think everybody needs in their makeup brush collection. This is the Morphe E49 brush, and I use this religiously more than any brush I have here. And why I use it religiously is because it can literally be used for anything and everything. I use this for foundation, I use this for blush, for contour, for correcting, for blending. Like, it blends blush and bronzer so easily when you just have too harsh of a line. So nice to blend. You can use it for highlight. Literally only have this brush in your makeup bag and probably use it for all of your face. Like, literally, that's how amazing it is. Next, I have an oldie but a goodie. This is the Real Techniques. I think this is like the contour brush or something. I don't know, but this brush has it's kind of one of those backup brushes. If I run out of clean brushes, I'll pick this up and use it for blending, for contour, for powder. It's kind of one of those, I don't know, it's not something I always reach for, but if I need it, it's there to back me up. It's a nice brush. Next, I have some foundation brushes. So I have these two right here. This is the Mud 940 brush. It's gotten a little oily from my special effects class because I would use it to remove all the nasty junk on my face. But this is a great brush. Sometimes, it depends what foundation you're using it with. If it's a thicker foundation, sometimes it gets a little streaky and then you have to go over with a beauty blender or another blending brush like this Morphe one right here to get the streaks away, but it's alright. Not a huge fan of it. But this right here is my favorite brush. It's dual-ended, so you have the smaller concealing, correcting brush on this end and then the foundation brush on this end, and they're just really, it works really well. I love it. It's soft. feels good on the face, and I just like that I can flip it over on the same client or on myself and use it to do my under eyes or any correcting. So it's really nice to have both of these, and this is the Morphe AS10, let's say AS10. Next, I have some fan brushes. I have 3 different fan brushes here. And first off, I have this huge one. This is the Morphe M116 brush. It's so soft, it's huge, really good for bronzing or contouring or highlight. Super thick. I really like this brush a lot. And then next I have the Mud 510 brush. This is alright. I like it for, it has very good movement to it. It doesn't really pick up too much product because it is so like lightweight, but it does have great movement for highlight, for, I don't know, for under the neck. I don't know. It's alright. It's not my favorite. I like this one a little bit better, but this is a good brush when you're trying to get into hard to reach places, I guess. I have this Sonia Kashuk brush, another thing, kind of like another backup brush, kind of like this one. If I absolutely run out of fan brushes or clean ones, I'll use this. Doesn't pick up product as well because it's kind of stippled in a way, so if you're trying to highlight or, I don't know, contour with this, it can be a little patchy. You kind of have to use the flat side, kind of go across the face like that with like the flat side, but another good brush, and I do keep it in my belt, so obviously I like it somewhat. And then 2 of my favorite brushes that I use for blush. So this is the Mud 710 brush. I love this brush so much. This is probably one of my favorite brushes, probably my second favorite brush that I own. It is kind of, it's like a tooled up almost. How can I explain this brush? I don't know. But it's not what most would expect as a blush brush. But it is super, like I said with the other one, it has a lot of good movement. I like it for blush, for bronzing, for, actually I really like it for powdering, especially like under the eyes because it's a little bit smaller. And so you're not worried about poking yourself or moving too much product around. And then this one is the Luxie 504 large angled brush. I like the angle on this. It's perfect for blush. It's about all I use it for. Sometimes for contour a little bit. But this is a perfect blush brush. And then on the left side of my brushes, I have this beautiful brush right here. This is the Morphe. I say Morphe. Is it Morphe or Morphe? I don't know. I'm going to say Morphe. The Morphe M460 brush. This is perfect for cream or powder contour as long as you blend. So with this, it's so slim and thick. You're going to have a harsh line, but that's what you want. You want that depth when you're contouring. So if you have a brush to blend out those harsh lines with this, this is awesome for getting that depth when you're trying to contour. Perfect contour line. It's going to come out beautifully. And I'm sure, and you can blend it out with this brush too, but it is going to give you that line. So just watch for that, but it's an awesome brush. Next, I'm going to move on to my smaller brushes. So I like to keep my smaller brushes kind of close. So if I'm looking for a brush, I know where to go. If it's a certain one, because I have a few that are similar, but so I have like the angled ones right here that I'd use for like eyebrows, these flat ones that I'd use for eyeshadow or concealing, these brushes up here that are used for the crease, for blending, highlighting brush. You have these smaller ones that you can use for eyeliner, for smudging out eyeliner, another crease brush. I don't really know what I use this one for, and then yada yada yada. So first off, I have this flat top brush. It kinda, I'll group these all together right here. I kinda use these for blending my under eyes or any concealing that looks too cakey. These are all good blending brushes. This is actually an e.l.f. brush. This is just a flawless concealer brush. It lasts me pretty long. It's not bad. I like it. Alright, so next I have this one right here. I actually got this in an Ipsy bag, I believe. This is double-ended as well. I actually like this one for a super, like, if I'm trying to do a cut crease, that really works in the crease of the eye. And then this is another good blending one, or for eyeshadow. Not something I pick up often, but it's there. And then this is good for blending, corrector, and concealer. It's a really small, flat top brush, and this is a Glammierre brush. I don't know the brand. Another Ipsy brush. And then I have my angled brushes. I have this is like thick. I like this one. It's an old one. It's cheap, but I like it for smudging out eyeliner actually, because it's thick and tough, and I don't know, but it's a Boho brush. And then I have the Morphe M116, I don't know, that's what it says. Angled brush. It's super steep, good for eyebrows. I have this one as well. This is the Mud 210 brush. My flat brushes, eye brushes that I use for eyeshadow and sometimes concealing, but we have the Mud 330, Mud 320, and Mud 350 brush. You have kind of just different sizes, so you have this longer center one, the shorter but fatter one, and this really short fat one. Really good for packing on eyeshadow on the lid. And then my favorite brushes of all time to use are crease brushes. I just love the way they feel. I love the way they blend and pick up makeup. So my favorite brush out of all of these right now, I haven't really tried this one, but I've heard such good things. But this is the Morphe 506 brush, and it's super small. It fits in the crease perfect, super soft, not rough on the eyes, and I just love this brush so much. It's one of my favorites. And then I have the Mud 800 brush, another crease brush. It's a little bit bigger, but it does the job. Next, there's this brush. It's shorter, fatter, more like thick. This is the Mud 810 brush. I love this as well. If you're really trying to pick up a lot of eyeshadow, it's good for putting in the crease. And this one, it's a little bit taller and dense, and this is the Morphe 430 brush. And I'm really thinking I'm going to like this one. And now my favorite brush for highlighting ever. This is the Inglot 4SS brush. It's bigger, it's tapered at the top, and it just moves so pretty on the skin for highlight. It moves however you want it, picks up highlight so well. That's all I really use it for. I haven't really found another use for it yet, but I'm sure I will. But I love this for highlighting. And then we have my eyeliner brushes. So we have this Tarte one. It's angled, as you can see, so it makes it easy to change the shape, change the movement of the brush in your hand when you're applying liner. And then there's no number for this. It's just like a Tarte liner brush. Then this Mud one is probably one of my favorites. The Mud 100 brush, just perfect for eyeliner. And then we have this smaller one. It's good for a really thin line maybe, but I use this more for special effects makeup. This is the Mud 900 brush, and then this Morphe MB26, good for eyeliner if you want it thicker and you're trying to smudge it out. I use this as a lip brush because almost the same thing. This is a Real Techniques detailer brush. So I have like a lip palette, so I'll dip it in the lip palette to apply to the lips, and it's a good lip brush. And then sometimes I'll use this for a lip brush as well. It's a concealing brush, but I'll use it as that. This is the Mud 930 brush. I like this brush a lot. It's super good for detailing and stuff. And then these are smaller fan brushes. So in school I was taught to use these for mascara, and yes, I know this sounds weird, but you can like squeeze the mascara out or put it on a palette, and since the spoolie only gets the bottom part of your lashes, not a lot of people apply mascara to the top of their lashes, and it doesn't really work all the way in because you don't want to poke your eye out. But these brushes are awesome for applying mascara. You can just really work it, the top of your lashes will work it into the blonde parts that you wouldn't normally get with a spoolie. Awesome for lashes. This is the Morphe B34 brush, and then the Mud 500 brush. I like this one a little bit better because this is more sparse. Alright guys, that is all my brushes, and now I have to put them all back and clean them. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. And next I will be hopefully filming a what's in my makeup kit type video because I really want to share that because it's like my little baby. It's so precious. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Brittany Marie Makeup. That's my makeup Instagram, or my regular one is XOXO Brittany Marie, just like the channel. Anyways, I will see you next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!